The law is made for everyone to follow, but there are some people who still think they're above it. From rich kids who had never heard no to police officers, who thinks their badge gives them some form of entitlement. These people soon realize that they have to follow the law like everyone else.
Dad, help me.
I am not helping you.
Please help me. Please help me.
Insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not.
Precinct would be real proud of you.
It's the 4th precinct, it's 140%.
I'm sure they'd be real proud of you.
Here are 3 rich and entitled people who thought they were above the law, but it wasn't long before they were proven wrong. Well, we will get to know very soon. Let's get started with this lady on Pensacola Bay Bridge who was pulled over after going 54 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. Officer Banks was carrying out a routine check, noticed her speed, and pulled her over, not knowing he was about to meet an entitled lady who thought she was above the law.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Gulf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge, all this is 35.
When I asked for her license and registration, her answer and defiance were very shocking.
You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you
You
do.
do not.
Step out the vehicle.
Am I done a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle, or I will remove you from the vehiel.
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign
supervisor out here right
supervisor,
now.
sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask, and then I'm gonna make you move. Step out the
You're
vehicle.
going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're gonna step out the vehicle right now.
She kept saying that she knew her rights, but she didn't even know she needed a license to drive a car. As the officer kept asking her to step out of the vehicle, she kept claiming to know her rights, but it was clear that she didn't know the law.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call a supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay.
1025.
So just hold it for me and go and give me the channel.
You need to get a supervisor out here
Our channel 1 will be 1033.
that can educate you on what the law is.
Okay.
The officer still asked for her driver's license after she claimed she could teach the law to him, but she said she didn't have to have a driver's license to drive a car in any state in the US. This seems like something you only see in the movies.
So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. And what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law,
Okay.
constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
She kept asking for her supervisor, like she was actually entitled to keep driving without her driver's license. And Officer Banks was shocked, to say the least. He eventually calls for a sergeant to handle her craziness, and the supervising officer clearly means business. After arguing with her, they open her car and get her out of the vehicle. But she continues, arguing that she doesn't need a license. It seems like she would have to repeat that in front of the judge while explaining her case.
You do need a license to drive a vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
Well, you're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law.
constitutional
You're in the
I
state
know
of
that
Florida.
You don't.
You're in the state of Florida.
Canon law.
You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
It does
I'm in.
matter.
I'm in the U.S.
It does matter. So you better hope the information you gave us comes back as to being you. So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're going to get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being legally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being cooperative.
Stop.
It is not a Terry stop.
What
Trust
crime
me,
am
I know the
committing?
difference. You were speeding.
Speeding
Turn the
is a
vehicle
crime.
off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the
Let me
seatbelt.
turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her. So that's it.
Put all that down.
Step out, turn around, face away from me. Turn around, face away.
Turn
I
around.
do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
I don't
back
care
of my
what I don't
car.
care what laws you say you
I
have.
know that you don't care because you're supposed to be a police
then
officer,
you should
a
know
peace
that
officer.
you should know that this conversation's over then.
All the way to the police car after she was detained, she stood her ground and tried to defend her imaginary laws. She then asked if she could call her mom and was clearly surprised that she was wrong on that aspect too.
Can I please call my
No,
mother?
you cannot.
Why?
Because you don't need to call you. Are you an adult?
Yes.
Then why do you need to call your mother?
To come and get me from jail since I'm being illegally
You
detained.
will be able to call her once you get there.
Can I at least lock my car?
We will make sure it is secure.
What are you gonna do with my car?
Probably tow it.
Why?
Because you are driving without a license.
I don't have to have a license to drive. That is commercial driving.
It is not commercial driving.
Yes, it is.
It was clear that Officer Banks was fed up as he simply shut the door on her while she kept complaining that she didn't need a license. The fact that she asked to call her mom was a clear sign that she was an entitled person who had never been refused. This lady isn't the only one who had to be forced out of her car and claimed to know her rights, but the next person on this list would be arrested for more than just speeding. On September 18th, 2022, the police met a rich and entitled kid who thought she could do whatever she wanted. But it wasn't long till she realized that even her dad was fed up with her. On this day, Alexandria refused to leave her father's car regardless of what she tried. So he called the cops on her.
Get out, and I want to get my car back, please.
Why isn't she getting out?
I don't know. She's got a lot of problems in life and can't seem to solve them. So I offered to give her a ride, and now...
When the cop asked about the situation, she said that she was waiting for her dad to drive her home, even though it was clear that he didn't want to. That alone showed how entitled she was.
Now,
This is my dad, and I think he's, I don't know exactly what's going on, but he has the key to the car, so I'm just waiting on him to get out of the building.
You're waiting on him to what?
To get out of the building? To come drive the car? He just parked us here, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you know he doesn't have to drive you anywhere, but it's his car. He doesn't have to take you anywhere if he doesn't want
I
to.
understand. Well, he already took me here, so I'm in the car. And I'd like to, go back to my house whenever he's ready.
Even after the cop tried to explain the situation to her and politely asked her to get out of the car, she refused and said she would wait for her dad. Her dad clearly stated that he didn't want to drive her and had to be somewhere. But all this fell on deaf ears to this entitled woman. Even as she was unemployed and depended on her dad for handouts, she still thought she was entitled to his car. She even falsely accused her dad of getting early onset dementia, all because she doesn't want to get out of the car.
I'm just sitting in the car.
Okay, but do you realize that if he doesn't want to take you, you have to get out because it's his car, it's his property?
I don't think so. I think
No,
because
yeah,
I'm parked.
I'm letting you know that that's how that works.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be sitting here. So, whenever he's ready.
But he doesn't want to drive. You don't want to drive her home?
no, I do not.
I think he might
Oh, I
be
do
having
not.
some sort of like
This is-
early dementia or something, but he is
Yeah,
not
there's
acting
a
like
lot of
himself.
reasons for this.
We were just gonna go to Starbucks, and then he said that he had to go, and I can't remember if he said he needed to take a package somewhere.
She had me bring her down here. I got her a couple of gift cards because she doesn't have a job.
He did. He just got me a gift
She's
card.
supposed to be in a rehab facility, but somehow managed to get kicked out of it and showed up back at the apartment. So I felt sorry for her, my mistake. Gave her more money, gave her more things to do, took her here so she could get food. Not only did she not get food, she refused to get out of the car, and now she refuses
Well,
to get out of it at all.
I'm
And I
just
need her
trying
out
to
of the
spend
car.
the day with
I'm
him,
sorry,
or
Alex, I
like
know this is crazy,
go out and
but
run errands. We're just trying to run
ridiculous.
errands.
The situation began to escalate, and another cop arrived at the scene. But Alexandria still kept on saying that her father might have dementia and that she didn't have to get out of the car. All she had to do was get out of the car, but she kept shifting the blame to her father. And then it turned out that she had a drug problem and was meant to be at rehab but went back to her apartment. Her father tried to take her to get something to eat, but then she decided to never get out of his car.
I think there's a misunderstanding. I think something's going on with my dad because he's not acting like himself.
No, he's acting pretty normal to
No,
me.
I think he's acting like he's
Negative on
got a problem.
2021 blue Toyota four-door registered in Jackson.
Maybe like he has early onset like dementia, Alzheimer's.
She kept arguing with the cops and even asking for a judge to come over for them to write a ticket and leave. An officer tried to pull her out of the car, but then she claimed she was assaulted and that she wanted to press charges. But to do that, she would have to get out of the car anyways.
For battery.
You don't get that. It's lawful.
I want to press charges.
It's a lawful.
I would like to press charges.
You don't get to.
I'm being held against my will.
Great, get out of the car.
No, I'm being held against my will. Please leave.
No. So these are the options. You can get out of the car. You can leave on your own accord. You can walk away, or you're going to end up going with us.
Get a judge or something. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Get a judge and a jury and take me to trial. Like, I don't really understand.
So
Mail me some papers. I mean, I don't know.
what would you like me to mail you?
Whatever the charges are. Like, let me know.
Well, right now
Are you gonna
the
give me a
charges are
ticket? Why don't you
trespass.
just give me a ticket?
Well, we could give you, but you have to get out of the car. That's the problem. So the main
Or a
problem-
verbal warning? Be like, hey, please don't sit in people's cars again if they don't want you in them.
So that we've tried that. We're trying to get you out.
No, you didn't. But anyway,
So,
my
here's the
dad
issue.
is obviously like demented and he's got like an issue that I can't diagnose, right?
But it was impossible to be patient with her forever, and it was clear that they had reached their limit. The officers very nicely tried to explain that she was trespassing and that she could either leave the car peacefully or be forcefully taken out. She obviously didn't understand the gravity of the situation, or that no one was going to let her off the hook when she chose the second option.
What's going to end up happening is you're going to get forcefully taken out of the car, and I don't want to do that.
Whatever.
Because I don't want us to get hurt, and I don't want you to get hurt. So I really would like you to get out of the car so that we don't have to force you to get out of the car, or that force doesn't have to be used.
Defiance.
That's your choice.
Defiance.
So you understand the risk that you're taking with this, right? Okay. That's
No. You're touching me. What are you doing? No, I'm not going to. Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
You're under arrest.
No.
You're going to be
I'm
placed
not under arrest.
You
I'm
are.
under cardiac arrest.
You're
No.
placed under arrest for trespassing and resisting.
You can't do that.
We can.
No, you're not going to. You're not going to. Stop. Stop.
I wish we didn't have to.
Stop.
I wish we didn't have
Stop.
to. We tried to work it out with you.
Stop.
For whatever reason you decided
Stop.
not to.
Stop policing me.
I'm sorry that this is the way that it had to go.
This is not the law. This isn't lawful.
She kept saying the police should stop and that they weren't following the law, but she probably thought they would obey her and let her go. Once she reached the police car, it dawned on her that she might get arrested for real, so she called for her dad, the same dad she had claimed had dementia or Alzheimer's. After accusing the police of battery, she even claimed that they were sexually assaulting her while trying to kick and fight back.
Not resisting. No, stop searching me. I have to search. Stop searching me. I have to search. You're molesting me. You're sexually assaulting me.
Stop.
You are sexually
Stop.
assaulting me. No.
She's not.
Yes, she
No, she's
is.
not.
Dad, help me. Please help me. Please help me.
Stop.
Get off me.
Stop.
Get off me.
Stop. Resisting.
Now you're getting a felony.
Get off me. Stop touching me. I don't want to give back my keys. I want them. Why don't I get the keys? No, don't touch me. See? You're touching me again. Stop it. Open the door for me. Stop touching me. Can I see your I don't want to. No, what are you doing now? No, same thing you were doing before. You're just going back and forth. Okay? You're under arrest. Miranda rights. Miranda rights? No.
Stop resisting.
If you resist,
You are resisting.
I'm resisting.
Yes, you are. So stop. You've already got battery on LEO. Stop.
On a Leo?
Yes.
On an August birthday? On a Leo? No. Get off me. I don't want to be handcuffed. I don't want to be tied down. Stop it.
Nobody really does want that.
You're constricting me. I can't breathe. You're constricting me. You're not doing anything. You're hurting me. You are physically hurting me right now. My chest hurts, my head hurts, my hands hurt, my wrist hurts. I know it hurts. And my shoulder blades, and my shoulders, and my back. Which is where all my organs are, by the way, so thank you. You would just cooperate. You're not cooperating. You are not cooperative. We are not a co-op. We are not a co-op. We are not a corporation. We are not a co-op. You're not a cop. You're a robber. You're stealing me. You're kidnapping me. You're abducting me. Ow, you're hurting me. Ow, no, stop doing it.
Have a seat.
In the car without us fight, without fighting us.
Sit back. Sit back.
You just sit down. None of this would happen. Get off me! You're creepy as f***. You creeper!
She tried to bite you, by the way.
I know. out of here! Get me out of here! Get me out! Let me out!
It's not happening, so.
Open the door! Open the door! Open it! Can I go?
Alexandria fought all the way to the station and was taken to jail, where she would face charges for trespassing and resisting arrest. It was clear that she was a rich kid who had never heard of the word no before. But while some entitled people are rich kids, others are cops who think they can do whatever they want. On December 5th, 2022, an off-duty officer named Henry Capuch thought he could do whatever he wanted because he had a badge. So he decided to urinate in an ice bucket in a bar in St. Pete's Beach, Florida. He was caught on camera and the police were called. When they arrived, the bar's employees took them to the beach, where he was walking with his girlfriend. But what they didn't expect was that he was one of their own. And what Henry didn't expect was that they wouldn't care.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. My badge. Congratulations. I don't give a badge.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Back up. Back up.
Is this a joke?
Guys, what's going on?
Are you guys serious? You look like I'm joking.
Guys,
You guys have a real life on this.
Back up.
okay, what's going on?
Hey, back up.
Yeah, we chased him down to this trade winds. We're getting him in custody.
Guys,
Just
we're
stand by.
not doing anything.
Hey,
We're
Kate, back him up.
I'm not gonna. Guys, what's going on?
Hey, back up, but don't talk to me.
No, we're good.
Guys,
I don't give a about your badge, dog.
guys, we're
He kept telling the officers to take his badge from his back pocket, but there was no special treatment and arrested him for disorderly conduct anyways. Henry thought it was a joke and even laughed it off, thinking it was impossible for them to arrest him for pissing in an ice bucket. He also didn't take the police officers seriously, even though he was in handcuffs, and they seemed embarrassed by the fact that he was a cop.
Is that my arrest right now? Is that a problem?
Disorderly conduct, yeah, and the license
Hey,
suspension.
the ice bucket.
Yeah, sit down.
I am gonna sit down. This is a joke.
Sit down.
You're gonna push me here? You're the toughest guy I know.
Congratulations.
Right here. Look at you.
Yeah, your precinct would be real proud of you.
It's the 4th precinct honor. It's
Yeah.
140%.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be real proud of you. Sit down. Sit down. You stand up like that again, you're gonna tase. Think I'm playing. Yo, bro,
I'm sitting down. Sit on the bench.
bro, you're about to get dumped.
I'm sitting on
you
the
can't
bench.
like that, bro.
I'm sitting on the bench, man. Jesus Christ.
From Henry's behavior, it was clear that he was intoxicated by alcohol. Even his girlfriend's attempts to get him to calm down and sit down proved futile, but she decided to take his side, claiming that disorderly conduct is not a thing. But if you urinate in someone else's ice bucket, the police definitely have a reason to take you in.
really not a thing though.
Okay, ma'am, can you please just back up?
Hold on a second.
I'm
I'm
talking
talking to my girlfriend here.
and I'm giving her a lawful
Hey,
order to back up.
Stand back. Stand back.
Guys, this is really not a thing. You have
It is.
other things to
Kate,
do.
Kate, stand back. You guys got a problem with me for no reason. Stand back.
You're going to jail for disorderly conduct. You can't be drunk, piss in ice buckets, yell at security, get in their
ice
face.
bucket. Stand at the security guards.
Hey, stop.
Let me see your proof here.
Guys,
Show your.
Even though they had told him many times to stand back and sit down, Henry refused to comply and kept standing up to challenge the police officers, claiming that they had no proof. He was even saying he didn't show any resistance when he was clearly resisting. Everyone was telling him to relax, even his girlfriend. But he was clearly intoxicated and unable to cooperate.
There.
Bro, if you stand back up,
What are you gonna?
sit down!
You're gonna throw me down again?
Sit down!
Buddy.
It's right here.
Buddy. Alright.
stop.
Good. Is this the Tampa Bay Police?
It's the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office.
It's the what?
Bro, sit down!
You keep pushing my face on the wall here.
Yeah, if you keep standing up.
Face on the wall here. Have I showed any resistance?
Yes, you keep.
Have I showed
you keep.
resistance?
You're about to get arrested for
Have I showed
Back
resistance?
up.
not kidding.
Hey, Sarge. Hey, Sarge.
Henry, stop.
Sarge.
Hey, partner, I need you to relax for a second, okay?
I-
But listen to me. Listen to me.
Henry.
I've been here for a few minutes. You've been nothing but yelling. Relax.
Henry,
My body
stop
cameras are
right
on.
now.
Just relax.
Henry.
You guys are not making things better for yourself.
While he was detained, the police went on to investigate what happened. It turned out that he not only urinated in the bar's ice bucket, but was also physically and verbally abusive to the bar's employees and other people.
What happened exactly?
I'm going back to go get ice to the bar, and I see him he whipped his, yeah, they cut off out and he's pissing in the ice bucket. I just poured all the pee out, and then he's being verbal, abusive, and then he got physical with me and Jermaine from the first person good time twice. And we're just trying to get him to go. And
Danny came and got me, obviously, and I went in. He was still peeing in there.
So you saw him?
I saw him in there, yeah. But so I told him, like, hey, bro, people use the ice out of here. Those ice buckets, and he went back and forth with me or whatever. He started to come out. I told him he had to leave. He said, I'm walking out the front. I said, walk out the front or you go out the side or whatever. He's like, I go where the I go. I'm like, okay, whatever, man, just get out of here, bro. And he turns around, he pushes me, pushes Danny, comes up, steps up, pushes Danny.